have been answered from the day I met you.
Talofa, hey, how you doing? Welcome into Budah's Lounge as part of Everyday People. It is a podcast. I am Big Budah, the host of Budah's Lounge. I've been part of the Utah media landscape for the last 27 years on TV and recently made my return back to radio. I host a morning show on 92.5 The Beat called Big Budah Mornings. And because, Steven, I can't just shut up, I decided me and my fiance should do a podcast and talk more. That's why we do this.
That's it.
So welcome into Budah's Lounge. Thank you so much. We bring in guests such as yourselves who are trailblazers, who's leading the way for our Pacific Islander people, first and foremost, but also the world. So thank you so much. We'll get into that really quick. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is no stranger to pressure, no stranger to deadlines, no stranger to closing deals. I'm telling you, man, if there was a formula to get into first base, your name and your face would be right next to it. How to get to first base, guaranteed.
You know, I've tried to stay away from getting to first base since I've been married.
You better stop.
Yeah.
You better stop. I'm teasing you because I know a little bit about your background, and I don't want to. I know it's tough for a lot of people to talk about themselves, but as I read a little bit about your history, I'm surprised there aren't Eskimos knocking down your door saying, "Sell me some ice, give me some water." You are a magical salesman, if I could say that. You are the Rumpelstiltskin of sales. You have the gift of gab, but you're a good guy. Is that weird for me to say that? Because most people think that, like you, sales carsmen, sales guy, that there's this little icky edge to them. But I don't get that from you.
I think because the typical sales guy doesn't know anything.
Okay.
And that's probably the issue. And I found this out when I went to a Toyota dealership that shall remain unnamed. But
down south, never mind. Sorry.
But I started talking about the car and asked them, what's the fuel injection type in here? And they didn't know a thing about cars. And I was like, oh, dude,
what are we doing here?
Yeah, like what are you like? You're literally just a warm body that's gonna handle the transaction? But I think it's just you either know stuff or you don't.
So it sounds like that's a big component of how you're successful. Don't just go in with the gift of gab. You got to know stuff.
Pretty much.
Right? And then you have other things to back it up.
Pretty much.
Okay. If you wouldn't mind, we like to start our program. I'm sorry, I've got fast. Your beautiful eyes just caught me off guard. But usually we start the program with something I like to call explain your life. Explain your life. You know, Polynesians, when they meet each other and they find out that you're Polynesian, what's your last name? Who's your family? Who's your dad? I want to know. I jumped way too ahead, so I want to backtrack just a little bit. If you wouldn't mind, tell us who your family is, and if you do have a family connection in the Pacific Island realm, and where you guys come from.
Yeah.
Please, explain your life.
So, I get that. Usually it's me seeing a bunch of Polynesians sitting around and being like, oh, I want to talk to them. And I walk up to them, and they have the confused look of, who is this Mexican guy coming to talk to us? But it's, like most Afkasi kids, you either look little Hispanic or
not at all,
or just something else, Persian. I usually get Indian.
Who brought the brother-in-law?
Exactly.
Oh, sorry.
So my dad's, European kind of guy. My mom is Tongan, Samoan. On the Tongan side, they're the Ungas. From
from Tonga.
From Tonga, from Vava'u. Specifically Halafuli.
Like Harvey? Are you related to Harvey and them?
We're second cousins. His dad is my mom's first cousin.
I know the Ungas. I know which Ungas you're talking about. Yes, good family.
My grandpa is cowboy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you come from some good stock, bro.
Well,
that's a good family. No, seriously, good family.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My mom's family. They're from Vailima in Western Samoa.
Beer, yes.
Yes.
Where the beer is made.
Exactly. But now most of them are in American Samoa.
Yeah.
So all hanging out in Pongo or in the Army.
You're really liking Italian. You got vineyards and guns. It sounds like you're a real Italian.
Yeah, well, they don't have guns anymore. Now they just have knives.
Okay, Hey, that's his family history, guys. Don't judge him. Thanks for sharing your family background. I love that. Could you elaborate a little bit more on young Steven? Young Steven. What's young Steven like? Where'd you grow up and what was that like for you, please?
Born here, lived here until I was 6 years old. Then we moved to Massachusetts for a few years, and then moved to Atlanta, where I developed and then later lost the Southern drawl.
How hard was that? I do have friends that live in Atlanta, Polynesian friends, and when they come up, I think people around here find it cute, adoring, but you say down where you're from, people try to lose that accent.
Definitely.
Why?
Because there's a difference now. There's a difference now.
Never mind. Bring back the old Steven. Can I?
Yeah.
I exactly see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Really, it's that bad.
It's pretty intense. I mean, it's great if you're trying to sell bait at a fishing store, like Bass Pro Shop, or sing a country song, but other than that, not so hot.
Okay. It's hard to really sell with an accent like that.
Exactly.
I got you. When did you know early on? Were you that kid that bought candy from the store, went to school and hustled the kids?
No, I was a band geek. I was band, orchestra, piano. So I was strict, 40 hours a week practicing piano. I didn't wear glasses, but that kind of kid, super nerdy. And I think the first time a girl talked to me, I nearly fell over.
How old were you? Where was this? What part of the library were you in?
I was in the lunchroom, and a girl talked to me, and I didn't know what to do, so I put my face down in my hands. I was like, okay.
No.
Yeah, it was horrible. I was like 12 or 13.
12 or 13? Oh, man.
Yeah. It was not good.
That was nerve-wracking. I bet it was nerve-wracking.
Yeah, and also I was super short. I was probably, 4.
You had a late growth spurt?
Oh, yeah. I didn't stop growing until I was 23.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Because you're telling me you're short. You're about average. What, 6'1"?
6'1", yeah.
Yeah.
So short for a Polynesian guy.
You're preaching to the choir here.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not Samoan.
Yeah.
You're too frail.
It's crazy, though. But
your eyes are chinky. You look more Asian. That's what they would say to me.
Do you speak Chinese?
Ni hao ma.
Yeah, that's...
Xie xie.
谢谢.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's what we could talk in Chinese. My wife is Sangha. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't want to say nothing that might. Do people in China call their food Chinese food, or do they just call it food?
They call it Panda Express.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is why we get along.
I can't. Can I do an accent on this?
You can do an accent if you want. I'll follow you.
Am I going to get canceled?
I'll do Tongan accent, and you can do...
Hey, what's my question?
What? Don't be fake like that, man.
I
had no idea what I just said.
How many Chinese in Tonga and Samoan now?
And
do they have an accent when speaking Samoan?
Samoans do have an accent. It's broken English pidgin fob.
But what if you're Chinese?
Why you gotta put that on me like that, Stephen? I don't know. You know what? Let's take a break. Let's play a song. I need to gather my thoughts before this show gets canceled, before it even gets off the air, okay? Off the ground. We are talking to Stephen Fabiano. He is the CEO and founder of FIA Healthcare, not FIA. I know y'all texted in and said FIA because y'all want to drink kava.
Like FIA Care.
FIA Poco. Okay, we'll be right back. Let's go, baby.
Can you feel it? Can you feel that fire burning? Can't conceal this. All these emotions inside. Watch the
Talofa, and welcome back into Budah's Lounge. I am your host, Big Budah. I've been part of the Utah media landscape for the last 27 years and decided to continue talking to people. And the whole idea was because on TV and radio, you have a limited time. You have like 2 or 3 minutes, right? And you got a producer telling you to wrap up. And so as I was telling people, I would get to know people through these vignettes and these segments. And then afterwards, I would pretend like I don't know them. That was 2 minutes, right? So in my mind, I thought I was doing not only them a disservice, whatever they came to talk about a disservice, but also myself a disservice, not really getting to know that person. So putting together this podcast, the idea was to have a long format chat instead of the pressure of having to put everything in a 2-minute segment. So that's why we're sitting here. Welcome back into the show, ladies and gentlemen, to Budah's Lounge. My guest tonight is CEO and founder of FIA Healthcare, Stephen Fabiano. He is definitely one of us. He's one of our secret agents that we send in behind enemy lines so that we can check off some of those quotas. Anyway, just kidding. Stephen, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us. Seriously, we're so appreciative. The first part of our conversation, I really wanted to juxtapose your life, that you know what you're talking about and that you don't talk about stuff that you don't know. You've clearly put yourself there. You have to have knowledge and you have to have things that back it up. No matter how flowery your presentation is, facts, and back it up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning from you. Which brings us to FIA Healthcare. Tell me a little bit about your passion and where the drive comes from to create something for people, for the healthcare and the betterment of people. You care.
Yeah.
You care about people. It's and I hate to say this, most people think of businessmen and successful businessmen and women as not really having a heart. I don't know why that is, but I think the last thing that we think about successful businessmen and women, that it takes years for them to become philanthropic or have a heart to give back to the community. Does that resonate with you? Was that something that you said, I don't want to do that, I want to be different?
Is there any barriers on what kind of language we can use during
This is an open platform.
So
You can say shit if you wanted to.
Okay, great. So there's a lot of
I just said it, sorry.
There's a lot of douche nozzles in business. I found. In fact, I just started working with one recently, but I think that there is a level of disconnection that occurs when you start working on a problem, because fundamentally in any business, I guess like the profit versus nonprofit world is that you get into a profit equation of how do I keep revenues above costs, and you're trying to grow one side and shrink the other. It's easy to get disconnected from what you're doing. I mean, I remember my first job. I sat there. I mean, I was an analyst, like a data analyst guy, and I looked up one day. I was like, "What in the world do we do at this company?" Like, I knew what I did, but I had no idea what problem we were solving for anybody. And it was in healthcare.
You were just a cog?
Yeah. Did you say, sorry, with a G? Yeah.
With a G, yes. A wheel. You're just part of the big machine.
Exactly.
He really is Italian, guys. Gosh. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was like that's it. And so the nice thing about being in healthcare is that more often than not, you're part of helping somebody connect somebody to getting some kind of relief from something. And I think what we've done and what I've focused on is how do I make money from delivering something that somebody's going to use, and not trying to be a freaking what do you call it? A rent seeker. Do you know the term rent seeking?
I have heard that term before. Yes, and I understand it. Yes.
Okay, that's
it's if you're in, because what you're talking about is, I know you're talking about sales, but I think what I'm hearing from you is you're trying to. What I'm hearing from you is it's about the people. All of that stuff will come, right?
Yeah.
You're saying if I focus on the people and really focus on the problem to solve their problem, this other stuff comes with it.
Bingo. Well, you want to know why Amazon has struggled to make their telehealth company?
You know what? I was wondering. You know, I really did have that question. How can a company as Amazon, as successful as they are and have all the tools, how come their health thing is failing?
I think so. Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, and Chase. You remember that?
Yes.
They did it.
Yep, yep.
ABC, Jamie Dimon and Bezos and what's his face? Not Charlie Munger, the Berkshire guy.
Berkshire.
Warren Buffett.
Yes, the fantasy football guy. He always gives away $1 million for the bracket guy. He gives away $1 million
Really?
for NCAA if you have a perfect bracket. How many times has that happened?
Is NCAA, is that the National Association of Colored People?
College Athletic Association.
Understood. That's NAACP.
NAACP.
Okay.
I was talking about the NCAA, National
Got
College.
It.
Yes.
Got it. So these guys, they get together and they say, hey, we know nothing about healthcare. We're going to go and solve it. That was their charge.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know what they did. They put on all these secret advertisements on LinkedIn to try and get people, but they really didn't end up doing anything. So Amazon decides to go buy, was it One Medical or something? They buy some telehealth network for $2 billion or something. And I think what they believed is that you could commoditize healthcare delivery in the same way you commoditize delivering books and electronics to people's houses, whatever other crap that people buy on Amazon.
If I could just throw it up on there, people would buy it.
Exactly. But the problem is, and this is what we found, like when we started 6 years ago, we found that we thought that, okay, a doctor is a doctor is a doctor, a nurse practitioner is a nurse practitioner is a nurse practitioner. Well, it turns out that's not the case. You have, just as anybody, anywhere you've worked, there are great people and there are people that are less awesome.
Yeah.
It's the same in the healthcare world. So if you go to any hospital, you talk to the people working there, they'll tell you which doctor sucks and
which one's mean, which one's nice.
Exactly.
I got you. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So if you're playing in the big leagues like Amazon, you're saying, how can I take a telehealth product and then push it across the country? But what we realized is that all of the artifice, all of the infrastructure for setting up, I don't care what it is, a telehealth, a hospital system, like anything, almost all of those things are a connection of, there are three things that matter: the patient, the provider, and the solution, so the treatment.
Treatment, yeah.
What I think the big guys fail to understand is that what we see with our patients, so if we're treating, so and so in West, make a Rich Kalfusi
in Provo. Let's just make somebody up in Provo.
In Provo,
yeah.
Then the connection. They don't care about what app they're using. They don't care about any of the infrastructure. All they care about is that Dr. So and so is somebody that they like and that they trust. So it's all just a machine. Like if you think about when Skype came out, did you really care it was Skype, or did you care that it was something you could talk to your grandma?
It was a tool.
Bingo.
All I care is that it made me do something. It allowed me to do something that I couldn't do before. You're right. I didn't care that it was Skype.
Yeah. And that's what they fail to realize. And so when we went to, what we learned pretty quickly is that we couldn't just hire anyone. We had to put people through a rigorous screening process before they came on as a provider, so that you were getting the legit
R&D, man, a lot of research, a lot of data.
Yeah.
Well, that also lends to your background, because you were in the beginning of your professional career a data analyst.
Yep.
Right. So you knew how to do that. One question that's sticking on my mind, and I don't know if it's because the way I'm thinking about it, because now that I know you're Polynesian, right, and I think about healthcare and I think about doctors, I automatically want to come and sit with you and say, he probably knows the same thing that I suffer through when I go through the doctors. He probably knows what my mom goes through, because he has a Polynesian mom, because he has a Polynesian auntie. You know what? I'm gonna go check this out. It's something that feels like was built for me.
Yeah.
Am I far off, or are you trying to make? I obviously want it for the masses, but how much of it have you put into it? The thought process, thinking about our Polynesian people.
It is a primary impetus. It is a primary impetus for it because it's in the name. FIA Care, I made the joke FIA Care, but what we saw with literally my own aunties who have a few of whom have died from breast cancer or who have currently advanced. Advanced like stage 3.
Stage 3. Yep.
Yep.
I have a sister who has stage 3 breast cancer.
Yep.
Not cool.
So-
Not cool.
How many times when did she get diagnosed?
It's been an ongoing battle. So she stopped doing chemo,
Yeah.
but because the tumor took over, it caused her lose her sight and lose her hearing. So she's blind and she cannot hear. But she used to be a singer. She was able to move around, but now that's where she's at. So I don't know. Sorry, Opal, I love you, but I don't know where it's at. But other than just trying to make her comfortable, but I know she rang the bell and her chemo's done. So
Bless her.
yeah, but I watch it like you, and it's easy. It is not pretty.
It's not.
It's not.
And the issue that we have culturally with Polynesians and Pacific Islanders is that no one goes in to the doctor until it's time to, like you said.
Right. So let me ask you that. That's a great thing you brought up, Steve. Thank you for bringing that up. I believe, and it sounds like you noticed the problem. The biggest issue is trying to get our people. You know what's the saying they say about going to the gym? Half the battle showing up, right?
Yeah.
Our people don't even show up. So how do you change that? I think I like the name FIA. That makes me interested, right? I think that might catch people's attention. But are you guys actively looking at ways to get our people out of the house? Maybe provide some transportation. Our people are just different.
Opposite. We'll bring the provider to you. So we'll dispatch them to the house or meet you in the subway or in the DMV parking lot.
Get out.
Yeah. We won't meet you for a drug deal, but
that's a cover house. Anyway,
yeah.
No other place you show up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Can I have a pack, please? See? He's got his Tongan card. Are you really applying for your Tongan citizenship?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna go in like November.
How is that process like? Do you have to meet up with the king and like do all kinds of swearing and stuff?
I don't know how much I can talk about it because you know how you can just call a guy.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Look, I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hi, Uncle George. Anyway. No, I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I heard that you and Emmett are thinking about doing the Samoan citizenship.
Yeah, because I want to do in the next Winter Olympics. I want to do a Tongan or a Samoan curling team. So get some buddies.
No, you're joking now.
I'm not joking.
Don't even play around with me.
I'm not joking.
Derek Parra is a very good friend of mine.
Is
Derek
he?
Parra is a gold medalist in the Winter Olympic Games 2002.
Giddy up.
I told him that I want to get a Polynesian team for curling. I really did. And he said, bro, you guys could probably do it because of your mass and your stability. I don't why am I doing this? Everybody, the ice. I swear, I'm totally being serious right now. We got 10 years. We got 10 years before the Olympics come here. Oh, dang, will they have senior citizens?
Well, I mean, so you can get in on I think with the smaller countries, they'll let you just like kind of, what do you call it?
They just grandfather you in.
Right, you can just compete just because it's the affirmative action.
Yes, Tonga, here's your curling team. We're gonna go get a curling team, man. And we're gonna bring home the coconut cup.
It'd be good because we're gonna have to use a different broom though. We'll have to use just the
hand broom.
Exactly.
Yes, we're gonna do that. Do me a favor. I want people to go research this while we take one break. Let's play a song for a break. Where can people go right now and learn about FIA Healthcare?
It's FIA.care.
Yeah. Do you FIA care? FIA want to know? Yeah. Go check it out. FIA.care. Man, I love it. Don't move muscle. When we come back, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into FIA Care with the CEO and founder, Steve Fabiano. That's next.
Run it. I don't need to be rude. I don't need to intrude, but I gotta know your name. I don't need to be rude. I don't need to intrude, but I gotta know your name. Now won't you come a little closer, let me nice up the vibe. Tonight I'm on a mission, let me flex up my rhyme. Now I'm in
So they're probably watching. I still. Talofa, welcome back. Your host, Big Budah and Budah's Lounge. We're just making more familial connections. We're talking to CEO and founder of FIA Healthcare, Stephen Fabiano. I asked, who's your Samoan side?
The Wilsons.
Now this. If you know the Wilsons, you know the Wilsons. Now there are some Wilsons in American Samoa. Benny Wilson, what's up, Benny? How you doing? A far connection to Joe Wilson. I know Joe Wilson and Helen, and all of their kids. Melvin, Sicko, Henry. Yeah. Henry. Oh, I got stories about Henry. Anyway, Blanche, Daleen.
Yep.
She's my age. So we went to church together, but I know them very well. Good family, very, very good family.
Yeah, they're the lightest eyed Samoans.
Bro, you're darker than them. See, I told you I know them.
It's true.
Yeah, and one of your cousin's husband, Ronald Matali, good. We were in the same class.
Really?
Yeah, Daleen, Ronald, and I were all in the same class. Matali, yeah.
Yeah.
Timo, we all grew up together.
Yeah.
I know.
That's freaking crazy.
Hey, don't talk to them. They might tell you some stories you may not like afterwards. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? If we keep all the stories from the past out, I'm happy with that.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, no, good stuff. I love those guys. Good family. Met them in Linwood. We went to Linwood first, and then when we split, they stayed in Linwood first, and we went to Nu'umau, Linwood second.
Oh wow.
Or they went to Nu'umau, we stayed in Linwood second. So.
Wow.
Anyway, welcome back in. We're talking to CEO and founder Stephen Fabiano. He is one of us. He married off Island Girls, so sorry he's not available. He is physically and mentally unavailable because he's married. Anyway, let's talk about FIA Healthcare. For me, knowing that you're Polynesian, I already feel like he probably thought of us. He probably thought about my mom because he has a mom like that. He probably has an uncle and auntie like I do. I gotta go do some research. Let me go look at this thing.
Yeah, I wish it were more complex. It really is telehealth and house calls for anyone. What I think is probably especially pertinent for a lot of our people is in Utah, where we're covered with one of the Medicaid plans, and we're working on getting credentialed with others.
Right.
But that's with the intent of providing all of the labs, all of the telehealth visits, house calls at no cost to the patient. That's the mission, is to provide as little to no cost healthcare where it's being covered by the insurer for those people. So that's pretty much it.
People that are watching, we've grabbed their attention, right? They're scooting up to the edge of their seat right now. They're like, wait a minute, this sounds like this might be for me. Who's your target audience? If I don't have any insurance, if I don't have any health care, or I have some and I'm looking for better, how would you explain this to our people that are watching right now?
If you have no insurance whatsoever, you can use us. You can sign up as a patient. It's going to be cheaper than pretty much going anywhere else. We're also working with another friend of mine, Ben Tonga, who is working on a community health. What are they called? A community
initiative.
It's a literal community health center.
Really?
So it's FQHC, federally qualified health center. But
those you got permits and all kinds of stuff. You got to be green this, green that. Yeah, love it.
So if you have insurance, great. If you're on the University of Utah health plans, Medicaid plan, you can use us right now.
Really?
And it's not going to cost you anything.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. What about medicine? What about prescriptions and things like that? Because I know people will be asking that too. How do you help in that realm? Is there any help for us in that realm?
Yeah, there's a lot of help. So, we'll use any available program. That could be GoodRx. We'll connect you directly to the manufacturer. So there are a lot of programs. People don't know this, but there are a ton of programs where the sponsor, the manufacturer, the pharma company itself will have what's called a patient support or a patient engagement program, where they'll provide the drug or therapy to you at little to no cost directly from them. But you have to qualify for it. But
man, this is really exciting.
Yeah.
I can already think about some of the things my mom can do, some of the things, because she's older, so she has her own government assistance and all that. And so if that's there, then she could probably look at FIA then.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. Now, what about language?
So that's something we're expanding. I mean, honestly, if anyone listening is a Tongan Samoan, Cook Island, whichever nurse practitioner or physician or even an RN, like we would be wanting to talk to you, because expanding into having what's the word? They always say culturally sensitive or culturally cognizant.
Cognizant. I like that word. Culturally cognizant. Culturally present.
There we go.
Or something like that.
Yeah. So having providers, because like I've got relatives. When we first got started, I was sitting in Tongan families' homes, helping them sign up for Medicaid, because they're like, I don't know what to do here, and then getting them so they could actually show up.
Because I think during the break, Cindy had mentioned that there was a comment saying, now there's more Polynesians that are nurses, that are doctors, practitioners, or things like that, and so maybe that's the question. So if there are Pacific Islanders, which you just said, can they apply? Are you looking to hire good? Well, you're always looking to hire good people. But if there are Pacific Islanders in the medical field, are you looking to hire
100%? 100%. That's part of our mission is that we've been doing this in Utah. We've expanded to some other states. We want to bring this to American Samoa, bring it to Tonga and other places. So if you're right here, please reach out.
We'd love to help you champion this. Like I said, I instantly heard the word FIA, and I felt I gravitate to it just because I feel like me, you know what my mom and them went through, you know what our older generations are going through and what they need, and it would be a less path to try to explain. Because you've been to IHC, and no diss on IHC, but you've been to those big hospitals, and they, as good as they try, the message just never curls over for our people. And it won't happen until they're at the house weeks later. Oh, I wish somebody would have told me that and explained it to me at the hospital. I didn't need nitrous oxide. Oh.
Well, this is our medical director, chief medical officer. His name's Marlon Christensen, Dr. Marlon Christensen. Yep. Okay. He when we first hooked up, it's funny because his cousin is my mom's best friend in Hawaii, and our objective for getting this together was to bring the healthcare to the islands and to people here. Why am I bringing this up? What we've seen is that there are a few conditions that everyone needs help with: diabetes, gout, weight loss. Those are things that we're really good at supporting. Yeah. Even Ozempic or whatever that people are clamoring.
The new claim, yes.
Right. It costs you $1,000 a month for that. That's something that we're able to do for a tenth of the cost.
This is the answer to, I know Polynesians sit around like, why don't we have our own da-da-da-da? Why don't we have our own da-da-da-da? Well, here it is. You now have something that cared about you, that thought of you in its inception, right? Am I okay to say that?
No, yeah, that's
you totally thought of us, bro. Thank you.
Dude, my pleasure.
No, thank you for thinking of our people, thinking of your own people, your own family. Thank us. Thank you. Thank you for putting us first and not an afterthought.
It is a genuine pleasure, and you know what? I only have one request: is that when I walk into the Lolo or to any of these places,
this dude,
just no, I'm not Brazilian.
Yeah, just say aloha, okay? Obrigado.
Oh my.
No, thank you so much. And it couldn't have been easy for you growing up in a Pacific Islander home, having Polynesian cousins, and not being you were not ever white enough, you were not ever dark enough. So I can understand that you might have experienced some of that in your childhood, in your adult life. But look at you. You did not give a damn. You said, you know what? I'm going to put my people on my back. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to do something. I'm going to make a big noise, and I'm going to bring my people with me.
Amen.
Thank you so much for not thinking about how fobby we are and not how kinky our hair is. Thank you so much for seeing yourself in us. Seeing a reflection in us.
Couldn't help it.
Well, we're family, yes. I love that spirit. Anybody that missed all of this, please click like and share. I failed to mention, I got to thank CJ Drisdom, our provider for this space, Lake House Studios. If you're interested in creating and like to do a podcast, shoot a movie, a commercial photo shoot, this place is here for you to create. Please drop us, slide into the DMs, the Lake House DMs, not my DMs. Yeah, because Cindy monitors those. Anyway, anything you'd like to say in closing as far as, and I'm being totally serious, Stephen, Cindy and I, everyday people, Lake House Studios, we would love to help you champion this cause and figure out a way how to get this in front of more people, more eyes, specifically Pacific Islander people.
I would love it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's close out. What do you want to say? Anybody want to say hi to, give a shout out to?
Auntie Blanche, all the Wilsons.
Please
in
don't share any of my
California.
stories with Stephen. This is a
Yeah.
new business venture. Please, please.
All the Ungas represent. Let's see, and everyone eat your vegetables and don't go to all you can eat.
Okay. Since he said vegetables, I was just going to let it go. But since you brought up vegetables, if you were a fruit, what kind of fruit would you be and why?
I would be a what's the most hairless fruit?
The hairless fruit? Banana?
That's orange.
Orange?
I'm not so wrinkly yet.
You just said hair and fruit. I just got grossed out.
No, I just. The first one that popped in my head is kiwi, and I was like, "What's?"
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay, why do you like kiwis?
I actually don't like fruit. I like meat.
Okay, you know what? If you were a steak, what kind of steak would you be?
Okay, I would be the ribeye cap.
Oh, my brother, give me something. I know exactly what you're talking about. That, if you have not had that steak, where are we going for steak, hon? Let's go, bro. That is the bee's knees. Where do you go for that steak?
I make it at home. Okay, I tell you what.
For real?
So I just want to tell you about my secret.
Okay.
The secret is, so that ribeye cap is, Ruth's Chris.
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You can get that for like $40 at Costco.
No.
I'm dead serious.
It's like 100 something at the restaurant.
Dude, freaking $40 at Costco.
He's a real Polynesian, guys. You see, he's still looking for deals. If I look like that, I would not look for deals. I just use my good looks.
Dude, if I could get anything with good looks, except for I won't even make that.
Never
I won't
mind.
finish that joke.
She's watching. Yeah. Really quick, you got to shout out your family because I know they're your biggest support. Do you have kids?
I do have kids.
Yeah, I don't want you to leave this program without saying hi to them. Please say hi to them because they're your biggest support. I know.
Michael, Thomas, Charlie, CE, and Viney, go to bed because it's too late and you're very young. So and Allison, Aini, that's Chinese for
I love you.
yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Get the Panda Express ready.
Oh God, yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Fortunately, for those of you who missed the beginning of this show, you can go back because it'll be saved in our video library. Please click, like, and share. If there's somebody out there that you know could benefit from FIA Healthcare, because you want to FIA be healthy, please go to FIA.care. Thank you so much for coming on. Our goal on this show is if we can help one person, then we've done our job. And we like to say every day on Everyday People, please be kind. All right? Have a good night. We'll see you guys on Friday for Everyday People Community Podcast. All right? Out. We'll see you guys. Fala ya. Fa Mickey.
Mercy. Why you gotta show up looking so good just to hurt me? Why you gotta stop this whole damn world from turning? Oh mercy, why you hanging on so tight if this ain't working? Why you wanna stop this flame if it's still burning? It's still burning. So if you're gonna break my heart, just break it. And if you're gonna take your shot, then take it. Take it. And if you made up your mind, then make it. Make this fast. If you ever love And if you're gonna take your shot, then take it, take